Firelei is an artist raised in Dajabon, Dominican Republic, near the northeastern border of Haiti, and is currently based in New York. Her first interaction with art was when she was 3 years old, and she decided to cut her mother's favorite work suit. Baez feared punishment, but instead, her mother showed her how to sew, pushed Baez's creativity, and helped her to find her voice. More recently, Baez has exhibited her work globally, including the Museum of Modern Art in New York and with the With Center for Contemporary Art in Rotterdam. The first of a series of all new works we see for artist Mundi 9 is Untitled, a map of the British Empire in America, made using acrylic and oil paint on archival printed canvas. This painting illustrates a Ciguapa figure traveling over the turbulent waters of the Bermuda Triangle. In the middle of the painting is a recurring figure Baez uses in her work, the Ciguapa, an elusive mountain and forest-dwelling feminine mythological figure from Dominican folklore. Ciguapas fill the stories of Baez's childhood as warnings to avoid wildness, nature, and independence. In the layer beneath the painting, we can see a segment printed from an atlas maps published in London in 1733, titled A Map of the British Empire in America with the French and Spanish settlements adjacent thereto. The only land left visible are the islands of Bermuda and the area of ocean known as the Bermuda Triangle, a location which for the artist brims with precarity and possibility. This island was first colonized in 1607 by King James I of England and today remains British overseas territory. Taking a step back, we can see the Ciguapa confidently wading into the waters of this mysterious site. Wonderfully hybrid in its composition, the Ciguapa marches forward and looks backwards, gesturing a sentiment of saudade, a Brazilian term for the deep emotional state of nostalgic longing for something absent, which involves profound melancholy and also joy. Untitled City Incinerator B also includes Baez's depiction of the feminine Ciguapa, here embodying the potential to defy oppressive convention and break through generations of karmic debts. In this work, the overlaid painting of a Ciguapa with lustrous hair leans inward toward the towering chimneys of a garbage incinerator plant. The incinerator plant is printed from a 1937 architectural survey diagram of New Orleans' City Incinerator B. For Baez, the loaded site represents bodies lost throughout New Orleans' fraught history. However, in the forefront again, the plant hybrid figure becomes a generative and redemptive force whose hair is sprouting leaves, red fronds, and orchid petals whose spreading tendrils reach across the canvas. Baez's final piece is the soft afternoon air as you hold us all in a single depth to breathe full and free, a declaration, a revisioning, a correction. Viewing the work as a whole, we can see an installation consisting of 81 works on printed grounds, taken from archival maps and book pages that Baez has laid with powerful images to create new ways of understanding inherited stories. In this work, multiple, colourful, painted and collage forms of women are represented as change-making protagonists, envisioning and reclaiming a future. We see these figures confronting the formation of history and exposing the flimsiness of hierarchies that privilege certain narratives over others. Here, Baez underscores streams of influence amongst interrelated histories of black independence and progress in the Caribbean, the Americas, and globally. For example, placed on top of the flyer from the Afro-American Patrolmen's League, Baez has painted flaming tires, another recurring visual motif in her work that signifies global uprising against racism and oppression. Elsewhere in this work, Baez includes an archival image from Cardiff, a postcard where we see a ship entering Bute docks lit up in blue and yellow flames, with collaged images of black dignitaries amongst the colour. The flames igniting the ship speak of the hunger that was brought from the ships to the docks, and then, eventually, to Cardiff. Bute Dock was within an area formerly known as Tiger Bay, today signposted as Cardiff Bay. The area has been home to many diasporic global communities, including people from the Caribbean and West Africa. Byes' work for Artist Mundi 9 resonates with Cardiff's own history as a port city operating within the British Empire and acknowledges histories that are infrequently recognised.